Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Peregrine Outdoors. I'm Chris. We're going to be doing I guess not really an unboxing video because I've already taken it out of the box, but this is going to be, I guess, a first impressions video on this pack right here. So we're shooting a couple days after Christmas 2018. I purchased this I think probably Christmas Day or the day after Christmas, with my Christmas bonus from work, for a couple different reasons. One, I don't have currently a 72-hour, like a bug out bag or a 72-hour pack, disaster preparedness pack for the house, so it's going to serve that purpose. Also, I've been doing significantly more hunting this year, and I plan to do more this upcoming year in 2019. So it'll be a hunting pack. What I'm currently have been using as a hunting pack is a military surplus, supposedly 3-day marine assault pack, and it's way too small. It just doesn't have nearly enough space or organization in it for you to be able to really keep your stuff organized. Or if I was to take some piece of larger game like a deer, it would be really difficult to quarter and pack out that deer in one trip with that small of a pack. So trying to get more size, get more organization. And then the third reason is I feel super lucky that I'm actually going to get to attend SHOT Show this year, this upcoming year, so the next month. And so what I've heard from everybody who's been is that you need a pack. So because you're going to get a lot of swag and a lot of free literature and stuff like that. And also, I've also heard that the prices of food and beverage in the convention center are pretty exorbitant, so it's a good idea to bring your own snacks and lunch and water with you. So I wanted to make sure I had a big enough pack to do 2 full days on the floor at SHOT, and be able to carry lunches, snacks, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna start getting into actually what the pack entails. We'll kind of just go from the bottom of the pack to the top of the pack, and also at the same time from the front of the pack to the back of the pack. So we have. Let me make sure I'm in frame here with this bottom one. Yeah, this bottom pocket, very small little pocket. Probably, so I would put something in here that I just need to get to really easily, or for if I'm traveling, hiking, hunting with a partner, something that they can get out of this pack really easily without me having to take the pack off. It's not lined or anything for like glasses or anything, but you might throw extra rangefinder in there or something else that you might need in a hurry, and that a partner or a buddy can pull off your bag for you. Obviously, the front of the bag, the front clamshell, and then also this portion pocket at the top of the bag have laser cut MOLLE compatible webbing on both sections, and there's also sections on both sides of the bag with that same laser cut MOLLE compatible webbing. You have hook and loop sections on this front piece, and then also up here. So if you're buying this for agency use or something like that, you could throw an agency patch and then your name up top here. So moving up to the next bag, it's actually the front clamshell here. It's going to be a struggle to keep this in frame the whole time, but I'm going to try my best. So you fold that clamshell down. You have several different pockets inside of here. You have a large mesh section on the back. A zippered mesh pocket on the back. You have a non-mesh pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag, so you can put some bigger items in there. You have an open top pocket. You have several pen pockets on this side. And then on this side, you have another smaller open top bag. Making sure you guys can still see that. And then there's some pockets in the front here that actually have a hook and loop strap over the top for retention. And then they have similar compartments on the front side of the clamshell. So what I would think that's for, just looking at them, is like you could probably put a couple pistol mags in these, and these look like they're about the right size for AR-15 mags. So not probably what I'm going to use it for, but if you're going to use this as like a tactical application, in a tactical application, then you absolutely can use it for that. 2 different key lanyards or D-rings for you to hook stuff to, and then another see-through mesh pocket at the top of the clamshell. So lots of organization in that bag. One thing I like that what really kind of impressed me initially is the quality of the zipper pulls. The fact that they're linked together with these plastic clamps or whatever they are at the top is great. The military surplus bag that I've been carrying around for the past couple of years hiking and hunting doesn't have those, and they have 550 cable that's just tied in a knot at the end, and I've lost almost every single one of them. So the next compartment, for lack of a better term, is this open space here between the main body of the bag and then the clamshell that we just went through. So if you had something that's large, something that's a little bit odd shaped, you can use this as an extra space to keep that. Since I intend to use this at least partially in a hunting application, I could see if you quarter out a deer and you don't have enough space in the body of the bag, or you don't want to put it in the body of the bag because you have your clothes in there or whatever the situation is, you could definitely put at least 2/4 of a deer. I'm thinking hindquarters of a deer. Of course, I should preface that I'm in California, so the deer out here are not very big. So 2 California hindquarters would fit in here, and you'd probably be okay. Probably want to put something on them, good quality game bag that'll breathe and everything like that. But maybe something. Some guys will do trash bags. That could cause spoilage, but I could see how you might want to do that with that, because you don't want that blood getting back onto your nice bag. So kind of prematurely reclamping those, so take those off. So moving up to this top pocket here, and get this into frame here. This top pocket on the front, again, Molly, laser cut Molly on the front, name hook and loop for a name badge or something like that, and it's just a split clamshell on the inside. It is kind of reinforced on this side because there's the Molly on the front. So I guess because it could be a load bearing surface, but other than that, it's just a split clamshell. Another I'd say quick access pocket, so if you need to get something in a hurry, you can. The next pocket is the main body of the bag. So let's open that guy up. So another full length clamshell that we're looking at here. Kind of back this up, so we'll do the front of the front side of the clamshell first. You have 2 different size see-through mesh pockets, and then you have a non-see-through mesh pocket at the bottom. Again, this would be, I would say this is like your main clothing and gear storage spot. So I know when I take it to shot, this is going to be my carry-on. If it fits, it might end up having to get checked, considering how restrictive airlines are these days. But this bottom pocket, you can put whatever you need in there. Zippered mesh pocket in the middle of about the same size. And then kind of a cool feature, this front zippered pocket can be accessed either through the top or through a bottom zipper. So I'm not exactly sure if there's a particular application for that, but to me it just says that there's 2 zippers on this pocket, and if one gets locked up, you have another zipper for that pocket. So at least there's that redundancy there. So lots of organization for me, again, like I'm saying, traveling with this bag, and also if I'm going to be doing some overnight camping and hunting with it, it's going to be the main body of the bag is going to be used for clothes, and then also all of my toiletries, essentials, my essential gear, all that good stuff. Moving towards the back side here, I'm going to try to get this all in frame without knocking over the tripod. You guys can see that. Nope. Okay. All right, I think you guys can kind of see that. You can see that this is about, 6 inches deep, so you have plenty of room to put a lot of gear in here and a lot of clothes. Certainly enough to keep you out for 3 days. You can see in the back we have a kind of a storm sack. I haven't confirmed that this is actually waterproof or water resistant, so I don't know if this is necessarily a true waterproof storm sack. I'll have to double check that, and maybe I'll annotate it in the description when I post the video. But this is probably going to be your use for your hydration bladder. So that's certainly where I'm going to put mine. So to put a hydration bladder in here, and then it can snake up through the top of the bag, which I'll show you. Kind of turn this around so it can get into frame. Knock it over stuff in my shop. So I apologize for the extra noise. But you see, you have your carry handle on the top of the bag, and then you have a pass-through for hydration bladder. I suppose you could also throw headphones through here, except you have to pretty long headphones because there's no accessory pocket right there at the bottom. And then you also have say the same pass-through on the other side, so you can choose which way you want that to come out, and if you're right or left-handed, or if you just have a preference for where that hydration tube ends up coming down the straps. Go ahead and turn this inside out. Show you the stitching for the carry handle. It's double stitched here, and then there's also the stitching around here for the pass-through. So it looks like it's good heavy double stitching, so I think that carry handle is going to perform pretty well. The other thing I kind of like is there's this rubberized coating that goes around the entire interior of, or I'll say it goes around the exterior wall of the main compartment. That gives it some rigidity, also may give it some kind of water tolerance, so that's kind of a good thing. Let's see, let me get this zippered up so it's easier to look at the sides and the back of the bag. So looking at the sides here, you see we have a big clamshell pocket, laser cut MOLLE webbing on it. These zippers open here. Folds all the way down, pretty much the full length of the bag. It has obviously a main body pocket, and then it has two pockets that you can store, smaller items in. I can see you throw on an extra Nalgene bottle or something in here. Extra pair of socks, something that doesn't necessarily need to be in the main body of your bag, because you might need it sooner, and you don't want to have to mess up the organization in the main body of your bag. So I like to keep like an extra pair of wool socks somewhere on the exterior, as close to the outside of the bag as I can. So if I step in some water or something like that, and I need to put on a fresh pair of socks in a hurry, I can do that. It's exactly the same on the other side. I'm not going to waste your time opening up that bag so you can see the same thing. So anyways, but you do have that, again, laser cut MOLLE webbing. Top of the bag, last compartment on the outside of the bag, you have your sunglasses pocket up here. I don't necessarily wear sunglasses, so I could see me using this as maybe putting a small set of binos in here, or a rangefinder or something like that, extra rangefinder, because I'm probably going to wear my main rangefinder on my chest. But anyway, but a nice, whether you want to call that fleeced or a microfiber pocket that's not going to scratch up your potentially expensive sunglasses or what have you. Looking at the part of the bag that's going to be in contact with your back, we have, I'm trying to lay this down here so you see this a little better. There you go. Yeah. So you have a good one-piece yoke system, so hopefully I'm hoping that's going to distribute that weight good across the back of the shoulders. Coming down, you do have some quick detach mounts here. You also have MOLLE webbing going down the length of the straps, and then you have a cross chest strap to help distribute that weight. This also does have it's fully adjustable, and then on the female side it has a place for you to hook in your hydration, your hydration mouthpiece or whatever you want there. Um, so, anyways, and that's the easy snap. You see, they go to good. They clasp easy. They unclasp easy. Looking at the belt system, making sure that you guys can see that. Excellent. So the belt system also has MOLLE compatible webbing on it. So I'm hoping that with the good, it seems like pretty good, solid, mesh air pass through kind of padding, that's going to be easy on the hips for long periods of time. And then also with the MOLLE compatible stuff, you can throw extra pouches on there if you want to do something that you need in a hurry, like that's possibly, I've said rangefinder a couple times, but a rangefinder could go in there if you're hunting. You could do extra snacks. You could do fire starting material. If you're hunting in an area that allows it, or you're using this for a tactical application, you can mount a pistol holster on there. So lots of different options for the belt system. If we open up the back panel here by getting some of the straps and stuff out of the way, you see it has the standoff mesh webbing. I like that it's nice and thick, but it's firm. So I'm hoping it's gonna, as long as it keeps its firmness, it's gonna keep that lifted off your back. You're gonna have this cross channel here to keep your back nice and aerated while you're wearing it. Does have a drainage hole down in the bottom here, so we're going to take a look at it in a second, but there's actually another pocket back here, so if you get water in that pocket, it's going to be able to drain out. I also like that on the bottom two sections of padding, there's these it's like a traction material, so help it stay centered on your back, so it's not constantly moving around. So that's great. And then the last pocket is this guy, which is right behind your panel. It has a rigid panel in here. You can remove this rigid panel if you so choose, but I actually think it's going to be great for keeping that structure on there and keeping it nice and flat against your back. If as an application for this pocket, there's a lot of things you could do with it, keeping in mind that I'm going to use this as a kind of a bug out 72-hour disaster preparedness bag for my house. I was thinking that this could be where there are extra copies of mine and my wife's pertinent documents, social security cards, birth certificates, that kind of stuff. Put all that in there, and kind of GTFO from whatever situation we're trying to get away from. The last thing is just on the bottom of the pack, you have lashing for a bedroll or for a sleeping pad, and then you have two drainage holes so that if you do get any water into the main body of that pack, it can drain out. So I guess to close out, that is the run through of what the Atlas 72-hour pack from LA Police Gear has to offer in terms of organization. It seems to be really well constructed, very good quality materials. I've looked over the stitching several times, haven't found any misstitching or runs in the stitching or anything like that. I've personally ordered from LA Police Gear for several years now, anything from tactical pants to holsters to now bags. And I will say this, they've always kind of put out a quality product for a reasonable price, but until just recently, their packs I would say have not been super high quality. The Atlas series of packs, I think, came out within the last 2 years, and once those came out, I was like, yeah, I really eventually want to get one of those, because they just really stepped up their game in terms of quality, and then all of the features that they offer. So anyways, if you don't need, also just as an aside, if you don't need a 72-hour pack, but you do like the way that this is laid out, LA Police Gear also makes a 12-hour pack, an Atlas 12 and an Atlas 24. So a 12-hour pack and a 24-hour pack if you're looking for something a little bit smaller. my initials, like I said, initial impressions, great quality. We'll see how everything holds up as we put some miles and some weight into the pack. Um, so that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button. Also, please hit that bell so that you are can be notified of when we put out new content. Um, and then share this video with your friends so that if we can, as much as we can, grow the channel. The channel's still very new, very much in its infancy, and the more the channel grows, the more likely I'm going to be able to put out different videos and do some more wear testing and some more unboxing videos for you guys. So thanks again, and hopefully we will see you on our next episode of Peregrine Outdoors.